The September 11, 2001 attacks, a tragedy that changed the world. What began as an ordinary Tuesday quickly turned into a day of terror, sorrow, and profound loss. Orchestrated by the Islamist extremist group Al-Qaeda. These attacks was felt not only in the United States, but across the world. Prelude to 9/11's, the rise of Al-Qaeda and US foreign policy. Al-Qaeda's motivations included anger over US military, the holiest site in Islam. In the 90s, Bin Laden had established a network of operatives around the world. In 1998, a series of earlier terrorist incidents, including the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center, the attack, a sequence of horrors, chosen for their large fuel loads and long-distance routes. These planes would soon become weapons of destruction. American Airlines Flight 11. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11. The plane struck the building between the 93rd and 99th floors. The attack caused a massive explosion. 2. United Airlines Flight 170. 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175. This plane hit between the 77th and, like the first strike, it second plane witnessed live on Airlines Flight 77. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77. The impact caused a portion of the building to 4. United Airlines Flight 93. Its intended target was believed to be either the U.S. Capitol or the White House in Washington, D.C. However, after passengers learned of the calls with family members, in the struggle, the hijackers were forced to crash the plane into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. The courage of the passengers aboard Flight 93 remains one of the most in modern history. The collapse of the Twin Towers. At 9:59 a.m., just 56 minutes after the South Tower was hit, the North Tower followed suit at 10:28 a.m. Two 110-story skyscrapers caused the destruction of the surrounding World Trade Center complex. Immediate response. The attacks left an indelible mark on the United States and the world. In the immediate aftermath, airports across the country were closed, and all incoming turned back or diverted. President George W. Bush, who was informed of the attacks while visiting a school in Florida. By nightfall, the full scale of the devastation had become apparent. Al-Qaeda and the War on Terror. Attacks. The US government had strong indications that Al-Qaeda was responsible. On the evening of September 11th, Al-Qaeda had previously declared war on the US. On September 14th, Congress authorized the use of military force against those responsible for the attacks. Less than a month later, on October 7, 2001, the United States, with the support of its NATO allies. This marked the beginning of what would become a nearly 20-year-long war in Afghanistan. Global impact. Changes in security. The 9/11 attacks fundamentally reshaped US and global security policies. The United States established the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, in 2002 to coordinate the USA Patriot Act, signed into law in October 2001. Globally, countries around the world strengthened anti-terrorism legislation. The US also invoked Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty. This led to the involvement of NATO forces in the long-term consequences. War of the attacks was also severe. The global war on the destruction of the World Trade Center, building a hub of, has been placed in the billions of dollars. Massive economic losses. On a personal level, the emotional and psychological toll significant political instability in the Middle East of the 9/11 attacks, including continue to suffer from long-term health problems, including respiratory diseases and cancer caused by exposure to toxic dust and debris. Conclusion. A changed world. The images of planes crashing into the Twin Towers. The attacks not only altered the course of US foreign policy, but also ushered in an era of heightened security. In the 2 decades since 9/11, yet, amidst the tragedy, the courage and resilience shown by the victims